Hi everyone, Tim the Plane Man here, and welcome to Plane Time Tips and Tricks Edition. So this is just a really quick video to talk about these. This is my magic bullet for avoiding soldering. Here's an example. I have some wires here that I need to connect together. See this? I've got a ground wire and a ground wire, and I need to get those wires reliably together. Now I could crack open a soldering station and try to tin that wire and tin that wire and then solder them together and put heat shrink on and get it right so it doesn't break. But what I can do is I can use this. So all I have to do to make this work is thread the magic bullet onto one end. As I thread it through, when I get the wire into the middle there, okay, it's got effectively heat shrink tube and a little white piece of tube here. Now what happens is that shrinks and grabs onto the wire, so it's not going to move. Okay, and all I have to do now is feed the other end. You see that I've already done one of them, right? This shows you I had one pre-prepared, but all I have to do now is feed the other end in to here. I don't even have to pre-tin the wire. It doesn't have to be particularly neat or whatever. And all I do is line them up in the middle. And as you can see, there's a piece of pre-aligned solder, and it completely surrounds the wire. So basically just line the stripped pieces of wire up on both sides. The white pieces will grab the wire, and then I will melt this. And guess how I do that? How I do that is using a heat gun. The same heat gun that you might use for just heating regular heat shrink tubing. So all I do is line those guys up so that the strip part of the wire, as you can see, that is in between the two, is basically lined up with the piece of solder. And then all I do is run some heat. Now what I typically like to do is I line the heat up on one end first so that I get the grab, and then on the other end, and as you can watch, you can see that shrinks and now grabs the wire. So now we've got basically a firm fixture on the wires, and then just run the heat along the heat shrink. So we shrink the two white pieces to make it a really firm fit. And now if you zoom really close, we get right in on this piece in the middle. We'll see that the solder has basically melted and is running along the wires, and we're done. And that's it. Now I have a solid, waterproof, but very firm and reliable connection between those two wires. That's not going to break. The other parts of the wires will break 10 times before that ever will. I just love this magic bullet. No soldering. Tim the Plane Man, over and out.